Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. And today we are finally getting around to the Cancer reading, your sneak peek at 2023. And yes, 2023 is well underway at this point. We are at the end of February. So I apologize that this video was coming out a little late, but we know that everything comes out in perfect divine timing. I was called to play with my labradorite sphere here, this gorgeous sphere that I have that contains extremely high vibrational energy and wisdom. So I feel like there's a lot of power coming in for the sign of Cancer in 2023. I'm feeling psychic power, gifts and abilities activating, a lot of just really beautiful stuff. So I can't wait to get into the cards and see what they say. This video is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, anybody with heavy placements in the sign of Cancer, anyone who resonates strongly with Cancerian energy, or anyone who just felt called to this video. There may be something in here for you. There probably is if you were called to this video. We're going to be taking a look at the remainder of the first half of 2023, which would be the first 6 months, and then a look at the second half of 2023. And I am going to be using my Black Moon astrology cards to start out this reading for you. I'll show you the cover there. I like to let people know what decks I'm using in case they like one of them and want to procure one. Clear. So let's go get some energy for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, heavy Cancer placements, heavy Cancerian energy. Cancer is the sign that rules the 4th house and is ruled by the moon. It's all about nurturing. It's all about roots. It's all about so many of those beautiful feminine qualities, right? Cancer energy is highly intuitive. It is a water sign. So that beautiful watery energy. You know who you are, right? I myself am a Cancer rising, so I'm interested to see what this reading is going to bring for all of us. Cardinal water, right? All right, so the first card out is the Yod card, Destiny. I told you guys this is going to be a big, big year for you. We have the Tree of Life on here, which in some of the teachings that I'm learning is like the blueprint of creation right there. All right, so very powerful energy here. Moving towards your destiny, moving deeper, like I said, into your power. North Node, life's purpose. Yeah, you guys, and this is the first half of 2023, all right? So it's only going to get better from here. It's only going to get more powerful. So really, in this first half of 2023, pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to where you're drawn. Because you're receiving, I'm feeling it like keys, like major keys and codes. I'm feeling coming through for your life purpose, moving you towards your destiny. You're really aligning with your highest past, with your soul's blueprint for this lifetime, what it is that you came here to do. And we came here, like, I always hesitate when I say things like that because we came here to do many things. But there is a trajectory, there is a route, there is a grand plan or design that your soul had for this lifetime. And you're really moving into and aligning with that energy. So pay attention to what you're learning. Pay attention to if you're called towards any type of new study. If you're called towards a different, pursuing a different avenue in any area of your life. That is significant for you, and it is bringing you that much closer and that much further along your destined path. We have the 11th house coming out with Virgo energy here. So you are going to be meeting a lot of new people, a lot of people. I need to move that because that's just getting in my way here. Sorry, guys. You're going to be meeting souls who are aligned with your destined path and really coming into communion and connection with souls who are meant to elevate you, souls that are meant to teach you, guide you, and provide resources for you as you move along your path. I'm also feeling with this Virgo energy in here, and the phrase for Virgo energy is I analyze. And interestingly enough, we have Sagittarius on the bottom of the deck, I see. All right. So this is energy of really coming to a deeper understanding of your connections, really analyzing and purifying your connections with others, coming to a deeper understanding of who is meant to be in your life on your current timeline and who is not. I feel like some people, you may be leaving people behind. As you're moving forward along your life's path, there's going to be energies and people that align with that and support that, and ones that don't. And simply ones that just don't have any, it's not even like their energy is negative or negative for you. It's just that they're not on the same timeline that you are, so to speak. So there is going to be a period of letting go, of releasing, of moving past sort of outgrown or outworn soul contracts, soul alliances, so to speak, and creating new and very powerful, like we said, very powerful new alliances and connections. This is also you connecting more deeply with your soul tribe, your soul group. And what I mean by soul group is, I mean like those souls that come from the same essence or energy as you. It's like your brothers and sisters, and we talk about how we're all brothers and sisters, right? But this is like you have the same cosmic lineage. Connecting with more of those people and connecting with your own cosmic lineage. I see twin flame type unions for some Cancers. But this to me feels more like soul, not just soulmates, right? Because soulmates can come from other soul groups as well, I believe. But this is like your like I said, your cosmic family, really connecting with them. And this with this Virgo energy too, I feel an energy of purification. Like you guys are going through a process of purification in this first half of 2023 that's preparing you for whatever is coming in the second half, which of course we're going to look into in this video. But a very powerful first half happening here. Really reaching a new level of healing, right? Virgo, ruled by Mercury, but many recent astrologers connect Virgo's energy to Chiron, the wounded healer. And so I'm feeling that really powerful, that Virgo connection, that Chiron connection. It's your own personal healing and your desire for healing and purification that has led you this far down your soul path already and will continue to lead you. And there's a powerful leap forward when it comes to your own healing process, your own cleansing and purifying process, and reaching that next level, I guess you could say. And with that next level comes incredible wisdom. A lot of powerful wisdom and knowledge being bestowed upon Cancer. But it's not like it's just gifted from the skies for no reason. Like this, you are the seeker of this knowledge, of this wisdom. And the Spirit's reminding us the ultimate wisdom, like the true test of wisdom is applied. All right, it's applied knowledge. We talk about this all the time. So really learning and working with the energy of applying the knowledge and transforming that into wisdom. We have Mercury retrograde under that reinvention. A real reinvention of who you are. We have the 8th house scorpionic energy after that, okay? So, and this is endings and beginnings, just like we were talking about, right? But it's really like there is a huge death and rebirthing. I feel like the death process has been underway, and you guys know what I mean by that, the death of a part of the self. An old, what's the word I'm looking for here? An old, not incarnation, right? But something like an old form of who you were, an old identity, sort of burning away, and something new coming in its place, like you becoming another. And we all go through this, right? If we are learning and growing. Some people stay the same, right? But the majority of people, we're constantly learning and growing and shifting and changing and moving through new identities. You know, I feel like I've had many, many lifetimes all in one, and I think a lot of us can relate to that energy. So it's like a brand new lifetime within this lifetime opening up for you. All right, and we have Capricorn IUs under that. And this also represents esoteric wisdom and knowledge, right? What some people like to call the occult. All of that is ruled by the 8th house. So how it's and this comes back to the applied wisdom is applied knowledge, right? Using and applying the knowledge, the information, the wisdom that you gain. See that the sarcophagus there, representative of the rebirthing process, right? Of the life after death. You're really connecting in with your lifetimes between lifetimes, with what exists beyond the seen, beyond the known. Really traveling into uncharted territory here. Jupiter return benefits, when I was trying to pick up the deck, kind of popped out there. So we're gonna leave that as well. Remember, every ending and every new beginning benefits you. So don't resist anything. All right, South Node coming out. This is the past. Don't cling to the past. Your past has a benefit, right? In that you learned much from it. But the benefit ends when we attach to the past and we refuse to let it go. All right, so we don't want to do that. We don't want to get ourselves caught in the trappings of reliving the past by hanging on too tightly. We want to take the wisdom, we want to take the virtues that were gained from what we learned in the past, but we want to leave it there. We call upon that wisdom when we desire it. I'm also feeling like this energy with the past here also has to do with past lives, learning more about past lives, traveling into what we call in this dimension past lives, right? The way that we observe and understand the function of time. And a lot of times we look at what we call our past lives, right? I'm using this terminology because it's the operating language that we have to work with, right? We look at our past lives as like keys to like our random phobias, unresolved traumas, all of the stuff from the past that influences us negatively in this lifetime. But what Spirits is saying is there is a lot within your past that influences you positively as well. And so you're going to be connecting more with these past lives, or we could also, I'm feeling called more to call them like prior incarnations and also concurrent incarnations, the multidimensional aspect of you. You're connecting more with these energies. You're perhaps viewing some of these energies. And you're connecting to the gifts inherent within these timelines, these dimensions, these other incarnations of your multifaceted self. So that's really powerful. Anything else here? Fire element, desire, and then we have Spirit, Sun on the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of passionate, fiery energy coming in. This feels like an Ace of Wands kind of a card here with the fire element. Initiating, beginning. Desires from the past. I feel like your soul even had desires in other, we'll call them lifetimes, that were not realized. And in this lifetime, you're coming into full realization of those things. You're wrapping up major cycles here. Where you may have had access to some of the aspects of your dreams, your soul's greater dreams and desires in other lifetimes, but the energy wasn't Like you weren't able to receive the full benefit or the full enjoyment of that. Like an analogy that I'm coming to here is like tapping into your gifts and abilities, but then being punished for them. You know what I mean? Instead of being able to enjoy them and enjoy that connection with spirit and with your own higher self, you get to fulfill that in this lifetime. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love this. The spirit on the bottom of the deck, really connecting in with your spirit powerfully. We're going to pull some Intuit Tarot cards. No, Spirit's saying we're not doing the Intuit Tarot right now. We're doing the Zodiac of the 108. Get some keyword cards here. Clear. Guidance for Cancer this first half of 2023. If this is your first half, I can't wait to see what the second half looks like. Answers to questions coming through. What do you want to know? What do you seek? Send that information out into the ethers, because you are going to receive what you put out. First card out, Declaration. Reclaiming power. This is also contracts. Let me see what else is going on here. Changing the status quo. Sovereignty. I love that. Anything else? First half of 2023. So really stepping into your sovereignty. We have autumn coming out. And full moon. This card also says full moon. I'm feeling the energy of the full moon. The moon cycles. I mean, the moon cycles are always powerful for you, right? Being ruled by the moon. Look to what full moon is in autumn this year. I mean, there's going to be a couple, right? I think we may have an eclipse in autumn, actually. Like a pair of eclipses. Tell me some more about this, though. And this is an air card. Oh, wait, no. No, it's not an air card. We have an air sign. We have Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius here. Interestingly enough. Tell me more about this. Feeling into this for a minute, you guys. Resolution of a soul contract in autumn. So Spirit's jumping us ahead a little bit. A soul contract that was impeding, or it was preventing you from stepping into your full power. And I feel like for some of you guys, this doesn't even have to do with a person. It's not like a soul contract with a person here. It's like a contract that you made regarding how and when you would come into your full power. Come into your sovereignty. Yeah. You made a soul contract. You agreed to a soul contract that would slowly filter, or it would there was a timing, there was an agreement about timing. And I mean, we all make this agreement when we incarnate here, right? That we're going to forget who we are. That we are going to drop down into this density. That we are going to have to go through this process of remembrance, right? And that's the kind of contract it was like. You agreed on a certain timeline as far as how and when your gifts and abilities would come online, so to speak, that you would unify with those. And that's coming. It says autumn here. All right, so that may be coming in the fall time. But you're in the process of opening this up during this first half of 2023. Then we have the sword and the scales with the flag. And the flag is all about success and achievement. victory, okay? And the sword and the scales is, of course, about balance, amends, integrity, justice, truth. So this may have been a karmic, there may have been karmic reasons for this contract. Reasons that you agreed to this. Reasons that the timing had to unfold the way that it has. The energy of by the book, that's one of the key words on this, keeps standing out to me. You had to do things by the book. There was a balance that had to be achieved. It was also this energy of you coming into your power so that you would utilize your gifts benevolently in service to others instead of the negatively polarized aspect of service to self. Right? Because service to self can be both negatively and positively polarized, depending on whether we're looking at like self-care or we're looking at like self-advancement at the expense of others, kind of an energy, or without regard to others. And I feel like in some past incarnations, that's where this karmic energy comes. That was how you may have used your energy. And don't be upset by that. We all have done it, right? And it's also like, I feel like it was for some of you guys. It's just kind of like a game you were playing with yourself. It was like, can I come into this incarnation completely deaf, dumb, and blind and slowly open up to the truth of who I am and all that entails, to my gifts and abilities, to the fullness of my power? Very slowly. Can I place enough obstacles in my path, and can I still overcome those? Can I still align myself with this organic timeline here? It's like you wanted to see if you would, because I'm seeing bragging rights is like on this card here. It's like you wanted those bragging rights, so to speak. Of like, I incarnated into all this density. I chose all of these obstacles and challenges. I slowed down my evolution of the opening of my spiritual gifts and abilities, of my connection with my soul, my sovereignty. Just to see if I were still able to master this. If I were still able to get to this point. So that's funny. What else here? It reminds me of that thing, those of you who follow the Pete's channel, The Chosen 144, when he talks about like, I came here for the glory. I'm getting that kind of a vibe a little bit from this energy. It's like, it's challenging enough here, but let's make it more challenging. Let's really slow this process down for me and see what happens. See how I do. All right, we got the bird cage here. Hostage, confined, trapped. Give me some more energy about this. And then we have the inventor, innovation. Yeah, moving from this state of entrapment to a state of freedom. And really having to work for it. And almost for some people, I feel like there's a lot of frustration with the process. But you're going to go, then there was a lot of frustration with this process, right? Because we don't remember that we agreed to this. And even if we do, like, we're still like, frustrated with our soul for choosing this, right? But eventually, we see surrender here. Olive branch, coming to terms. We come to terms with our situation. We come to acceptance that this process is going to be what it's going to be, right? come to acceptance almost of who we are. It's almost like I feel like you came to an acceptance or an acknowledgement or an understanding of like, maybe I am not who and what I thought. Maybe it's like, I feel like, this is so funny, doing this reading right now, because I relate to so much of this too. Like there was kind of like a grandiose image of the self, and some of that is, of course, the ego, right? And coming to terms with the fact of, okay, I am equal to all other humans, all other beings having this experience, all other starseeds on this journey, perhaps, if you will. You know, like that humility, that energy of humility, and just like, okay, and maybe I don't possess the innate talents and gifts that I thought that I did. Maybe I'm just not. That's just not like my intuition about who and what I am. Maybe I'm like overblowing that a little bit, and it's fine. Or maybe I am. I mean, we are all this great divine source, love, light, right? But maybe I'm just not meant to tap into my full potential in this lifetime. It's like some of those feelings and thoughts I think some people might have been having. That was sort of like the coming to terms, the like, all right, the acceptance of whatever is, and acknowledging and seeing the specialness that is you, even if you're not doing the things you thought you would be doing, or possessing the kind of gifts and qualities that you intuitively and inherently sensed or felt that you had. And there's a freedom in that, but that is sort of like the key that unlocks everything, in a sense. That, and of course the application and the continuing to move forward and to progress and to grow, and to, it's like Saturnian energy here, really earning your enlightenment. But then all of a sudden I feel like the energy shifts. Convertible here, freedom. All right, there's all of a sudden so many possibilities, and so much that opens up for you when it's sort of like you reach this point, this predetermined point in your soul's evolution, right? This contract, when you've fulfilled this contract, and now all of a sudden there's connection, there's communication, there is ascension, right? One of the words on the hot air balloon is ascension. We have freedom coming through again, elevation, balance, upliftment. And I feel like for some of you guys, like if you intuitively feel that you are channels, right? That you like, you know that you have the capability to be tapping into other realms, but you haven't quite gotten there yet to receive communications from, say, your family of light, of different things. But it's like that connection feels like it's been stalled. That's going to take off. Your inner voice, your intuition is going to start coming through much more powerfully and strongly. Your knowings, your clear senses activating. But Spirit's saying here, communication is a two-way street. And that's where the meditation comes in, right? If you've been doing a lot of talking, but you haven't been doing a lot of listening, take that time. This is that Saturn energy, that working at this, working that psychic muscle, like we talk about all the time. Take that time in meditation. Take that time to make your channel as clear as possible. And just allow the breakthroughs to happen. Everything's happening in perfect divine timing, but there is like groundwork that you need to do. And there was groundwork that you need to do in learning how to work responsibly with this energy. I was reading some channeled material the other day that kind of fell into my lap that I found very interesting. And I was thinking as I was reading it, with the level of advancement that the average human being has on this planet right now, if we all had all of our psychic powers and our true abilities activated, But with the mentality that we have right now, it would be complete chaos. All right, there wouldn't be, if we're talking in like terms of like, like the movies and the entertainment and the ways that we envision different kinds of energies, right? Like a lot of people would consider our natural and inherent organic psychic gifts as like superpowers, right? Imagine instead of a bunch of superheroes running around, it would be a bunch of supervillains. It would be complete pandemonium. There's a reason why we access these abilities only in the higher vibrations. And of course, these gifts and abilities are of a higher vibration, right? So of course we would need to be, but it's also because like we have to have the skills, the ability to manage them. I also feel like many of you with this telephone here, you are communicators. There is whatever information, knowledge you're receiving, you're meant to communicate it. You're meant to communicate about your journey. I'm not seeing the microphone here, but I am feeling the energy of the microphone too, right? Like platforms like YouTube, podcasts, different ways that you're meant to share your guidance and wisdom. Share the guidance and wisdom coming through to you. And make sure for those of you who are going to be really opening up your channeling abilities here, make sure that you're shielding yourself. Make sure that you are vetting the energy properly. Make sure that you are commanding that only your benevolent, focus on the word benevolent team of light, your benevolent angels and guides. Like you want to establish the energy of benevolence. I always say benevolent and in service to humanity. All right, I used to say in service to the light, but honestly, that term can be misleading as well. So in service to humanity, benevolent guides, angels, team of light, in service to humanity and to my highest good. Yes, some of you guys maybe mentoring others as well. There's gonna be an aspect of interpersonal energy here. All right, working with others, communicating with others in some capacity for a lot of you. Tell me more about the uncertain card here. The uncertain card came out. The outcome of what situation is undetermined. Give me a second while I feel into these cards. I feel like what Spirit is trying to say here is that it's really important that you focus on your sovereignty and your autonomy. You get really precise with your energy, the ways that you use your energy. You get really precise with who it is that you allow into your social network, who it is that you're networking with, who it is that you're exchanging data with, that you're in connection with. And so this goes right hand in hand with what I was talking about being specific about who and what you're communicating with. Do that both with the non-physical beings and also with the people in your physical reality. And I think this is just saying that you have a lot of options. So like exactly what's going to happen once you really come into yourself is still undetermined. There's a lot of possibilities and factors here. So make sure that you are still being teachable. All right. Make sure that you're remaining teachable, but that you're wary and cognizant of who and what you are learning from. Judge that all against your heart resonance, like we talked about. And don't get sucked into this energy of like ego consciousness, right? Be wary of the ego. Be wary of the energy of feeling superior, of separating yourself again. Clear. All right. I think we're going to get into the second half of 2023 now. Clear. Just choose everything wisely. Your friends, your colleagues, your associations in all realms and dimensions. Like you've been learning how to do this your whole life. Preparing to be able to utilize your clear gifts and abilities for the highest and best good. And to discern who and what is also in service to the highest and best good. Yeah, we have the 7th house on the bottom of the deck. There's going to be a lot going on with you in interpersonal relationships this year, I feel like, too. We'll see if that comes up more in the second part of the reading. Clear. All right. And I want to pull... Which one of these do I want? There's one deck in particular that I like to use and one that I'm just not so into. That's the one that I'm not as into. We're going to go with this one. Sacred Spirit reading cards. Some of these want to come out for the second half of 2023. I just love the Intuit Tarot so much. I really want to use it for you guys reading. But right now they're saying Sacred Spirit. Clear. I mean, I actually looked at the cosmic cards, but I like these better. So tell me about Cancer, second half of 2023, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. They might still have me go back and pull a cosmic one. Clear and activate. Create sacred space. Really focusing on that. And then Dark Night of the Soul. Life brings new meaning. Ooh, interesting energies for the second half of 2023 here. And I'm feeling intuitively like some of this Dark Night of the Soul, some of this energy here, this is a 9 and an 11 card, has to do with the complete upheaval once again of, it's like you just went through a rebirthing period, a death and rebirthing period. And now it's like the intensity of what you're experiencing brings you into an, almost like maybe for some of you guys, like another cycle of this. You're going to be powerfully activated. You are being powerfully activated. And there is, for some, like a Dark Night of the Soul energy that comes from that. Tell me a little bit more about the Dark Night of the Soul. We'll pull from this deck now. Tell me a little bit more about this Dark Night of the Soul. Clear. Why is this card here? I might pull some tarot on that too. It's going to be really important for you to have a safe and sacred space to spend time in. Shadow self coming up. Okay. and then shine. Mother Earth on the bottom here. So there may be another trip into the underworld in store for you in the second part of 2023. Into the underworld of your own soul. And I feel like part of this may have to do with when we talk about your gifts activating, we talk about you getting more in touch with your multidimensional self. There are going to be aspects of that that bring up shadow material, that bring up, like we said, lifetimes where the ways that you used your energy were not for the highest and best good of all involved. I'm feeling like devil card, like temptation type energy. I'm feeling for some people too, it's almost like this activation is so powerful that some of you want to run from it and return to a former version of yourself. But this is really beautiful too, because you are however it is that you travel into your shadow. There's like an even more powerful reclaiming of your light that happens as a result of that. And you come out even stronger than before. What do we want here? Which tarot deck do I want to use for this? I want to actually use the Osho Zen here. Clear. Let's talk more about this this shadow self, this dark night of the soul energy for Cancer, second half of 2023. We have projections and understanding, and then, yeah, we have past lives on the bottom of the deck with intensity. All right. And then maturity and healing under that. So this traveling back into the shadow here. This is like you, and I feel this dark night of the soul energy more like if you refuse to travel into the shadow, to travel into the underworld of your own being, that dark night of the soul will occur as a result of that. Or some of you may experience it. It just may be a natural byproduct of this process for some. But it's like you're going to understand when you do travel. It doesn't matter if you try to avoid it. You are going to become aware of the projections, the way that your own consciousness and your own shadow projects itself into the manifestation of the events and the circumstances in your life. You're going to become very clear about this. You're going to understand. It's like you're getting a deeper understanding of your own psyche and about the ways that your own psyche functions and why it is that it functions that way. All right, you're going to understand the past life influences at play here. The intensity and power of some of these past life experiences. Tell me anything more here. But as a result, you're going to be able to clear those inversions so that you are projecting a powerful new reality onto the canvas of your life, if you will. We have fighting coming out here. I think this is a 5 of Swords. I have a tough time remembering which suit, like these cards are kind of coded and I don't know, I haven't worked with this deck enough to know like which is which color is which. Like I think the gray color is Swords What are we fighting here? What's this energy, this Five of Swords energy? Tell me more about that. Transformation and maturity here. So it's like understanding the projections, where your lower nature still becomes engaged, right? Your lower egoic nature. This is the parts of you that have been compromised by this matrix system. Healing that. It's like fight or flight for some people too. The aspects within your psyche that create this energy of fight or flight within you. It's like you're learning. It's like you have, what I'm feeling is like you have the soul of your soul is a warrior. All right, you have the soul of a warrior. You've been a warrior in many lifetimes. And this, for some of you guys, is some of the painful stuff that you're remembering. Because a warrior placed into the inverted three-dimensional construct is not always going to fight a heroic battle, right? Sometimes there's going to be needless and unnecessary carnage, especially being thrown into this existence very young. That's very strange. I don't know what that was. That was like a spider web or like a wisp of dust with a tail. I don't know if you guys could see that. Like the cobwebs. It was like a cobweb that would be up in the corners of the ceiling or something, but it was just floating down in midair. That was really fascinating. Continuing on with this, read into that what you will. Yeah, the battles that a warrior, when a warrior's energy comes to this planet in these lower frequencies, that energy gets distorted, right? Especially when it's like they don't always have a battle worth fighting. And sometimes they succumb to their lower nature. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of carnage. All right. Your warrior spirit, that energy was not always channeled in the most beneficial of directions, but you're learning how to, as you mature and transform, you're learning how to channel that energy more powerfully now, in more beneficially, in a positive direction. You're noticing where it is that you've been fighting yourself. And also the true adversary, if we were to use that term, is becoming more clear. Which, yes, oftentimes is the self. But it's also like you're seeing where those energies can be placed in order to affect change in this dimension. But you're also seeing that the way to channel that energy is not through like brawn. It's through love. It's through increasing your love light and helping other people to increase their own love light by reconnecting with their own souls. And we all assist Mother Earth. We all assist her creations in different ways, right? Depending on our own soul's organic blueprint. We have Walk Your Truth here and Integrity. I think those energies speak for themselves. Then we have laziness on the bottom of the deck. So this may be something that you have to contend with. The energy of procrastination I'm feeling for some. The energy of like feeling like we've done enough and we just kind of want to rest for a little bit. Just like distinguishing between like what is restorative rest and what is kind of like taking that energy a little bit further. I mean, we are in the midst of a planetary ascension. That this is like go time on this planet. There's not a whole lot of time to rest on your laurels. There is time to rest and recuperate. We always have to make that time, right? To take care of the self. But like, as far as like tapping out for fucking however long to just like, I don't know, sip pina coladas on the beach or whatever, like there's maybe like take a week or a weekend for that, but like we're in it to win it at this point. All right, and then on the bottom of the deck here we have awakened spirit, desire to change, and then we also have between worlds coming out here. And expansion. And I'm feeling this energy for you guys too. We're part of the dark night of the soul energy for some people. Maybe coming from this energy of awakening, but feeling like you're walking in between the worlds. Like you're so connected. It's like, what do they call a shaman? One of the definitions of a shaman is he who walks between worlds. And so it's like we've all been feeling that energy of being caught between two worlds, but you're really gonna feel it once this activation, this alignment happens for you. And then it's going to be like, how do I navigate both worlds? And of course, the truth is no, it really is that. It really is that. I'm correcting myself here because it's like, we have to merge, find a way to merge them together, right? How to merge, my new teacher that I'm working with, Aurora, Rising Phoenix Aurora is her YouTube, incredible stuff on there, guys. I highly recommend that everyone check it out. She talks about how once you learn to master the theta brainwave and connect in with that energy and access the quantum realms, like you can walk around in this three-dimensional reality, connected to those higher realms at the same time, right? Like in your waking state, in your moving state throughout your day. It doesn't have to be an either or. That's the energy of blending them together, of accessing one while remaining rooted in the other. That's what you're learning how to do now. But it's a process of learning this, right? And it's like part of this is your old world and your new world, because your new world is going to continue to open up for you, but it is going to call for more and more releasing and letting go of the old. Clear. And some of that is people, it's places, it's things that you are very attached to. I saw a quote recently, believe on the bottom of the deck. I saw a quote recently that I really resonated with, and it said something about how a sacrifice is called for every time that we open up to something new, that we embrace something new. There's a sacrifice in order for that shift, in order for that change, in order for that new thing to come in. Something else must be sacrificed. It must be let go. And this likens that process to an energy exchange with the universe. There is an energy exchange called for here, and it may make you very uncomfortable. But remember, this clear. This, all that is happening and occurring this year is aligning you with the highest blueprint for your soul. All right, so this is what you intended. This is what you set out to experience. So anything that you're being asked to let go of in favor of the new that's coming in was meant to be. It was predetermined by your soul. All right, I want to pull, to close here, I am going to pull some Intuitive Tarot cards for you, just to get some last energies clear. For Cancer, end of 2023, Cancer. What is Cancer going to be experiencing here? Give me some guidance for Cancer. Let's take a peek here. Cancer 2023, second half. All right, we have the Seven of Swords coming out. Straighten the record. Ooh, interesting. Confessions, remorse, getting caught, coming clean. Interesting. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse, emotional immaturity. Or focusing within. Doesn't necessarily mean There's multiple meanings here, so bear with me as I feel this out. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords energy here. King of Wands, natural born leader coming out. Lunar eclipse. New emotional cycles. Divine aid endings. Okay, what I'm feeling here for some of you guys is somebody may come forward here. And I'm feeling this for many of you is like somebody from your past. With they're feeling remorseful. They're wanting to come clean about a past situation and set the record straight. Tell you the truth about what happened. Give you the truth. And this person may have been emotionally immature in the past. Very, for some manipulative, but for most it was just like they just didn't lack that emotional maturity and they were unavailable, or they were moody, they withdrew their energy, hot and cold. I'm feeling for some people. This could be a friend or a romantic interest here. And they just kind of like, they pulled away. They left you kind of out in the cold. And there were some other things going on here. There were other factors at play that you weren't aware of as well. For some. And for others, it's just like they want to explain why they did what they did. And as I said, for some, that like part of the reasons for that, for what happened between you two, are things that you weren't conscious of or aware of at the time. But they're now in this energy, this King of Wands energy. All right, creative, free, charismatic, initiator. Right, where they lacked that ability to initiate and really like bring their A game, they're more in their power now, and that's why they're feeling the confidence, the clarity, and the ability to come back around and explain to you this situation. They're seeing and understanding themselves more clearly, and they want you to see and understand them more clearly as well in the situation, because it's been heavy on their heart. And the timing, this says about 3 months. So this could be 3 months from when I'm doing this video. At the very beginning of the second half of 2023. It could be 3 months from an eclipse time. I feel for some people it could be like 3 months from the end of the year. It's going to vary, that 3 month ending, that 3 month time period. And for some people where this was a romantic situation, they may bring you a new offer of love. Music, some of them, they might like write you a song or something. Something with music. See, he's holding the guitar here. Play you a song, send you a song, write you a song. Tell me some more about this. Anything else? And for those of you where this is a friend, it's like they want a second chance. They want to reignite the friendship with you. Then we have the Queen of Cups coming out. So interesting. We got the King of Cups, the Page of Cups, and now the Queen of Cups here. And this is upright. So this is the creative idealist. This is the healthier expression of emotion now. Deep feelings, empathy, intuition, psychic abilities. This could be your energy. This is you, right? The King and the Queen of Cups are you as well. Being a water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, of course. For some of them, it's like, I definitely feel like they want a second chance. At the very least, they want to clear the air, so there's not, there's only positive energies and feelings between the two of you, because the way they feel about you is very positive. It always was, just for some of them, it was overshadowed by their own issues. Then we have the Tower, and the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is upright, and the Tower is inverted. So we have us. Interesting. Let me feel into this for a second here. Yeah, a narrow escape, right? So the storybook ending. So this person, for those of you where this is romantic in nature, this person was a potential Ten of Cups for you. They're a potential ultimate soulmate. You could have had a very beautiful, blissful ending with them, or not ending really, right? A continuation. Something that didn't end and continue to persevere. A deep connection. Got Mars and Pisces here. 2 Mars cards. The Tower is a Mars card as well. Mars in Aries and Scorpio. But they resisted this. You or they, but I'm really feeling they. They resisted their own happiness. Then we got the Ace of Wands and the Devil coming out. But the Ace of Wands is inverted. This is more energy of, I feel like, what happened in the past here. It was like a lot of these lower vibratory energies that were affecting your connection. The shadow self, very much feeling that energy, right? Addictions. And I feel like they were working on these issues at the beginning of working on these issues, maybe. But they were still really lost and really, really caught up in this energy still. And learning a lot of lessons around this energy. They didn't have a very good sense of direction. There was a lot underneath the surface. The Ace of Wands inverted says needing an outlet. They didn't have the proper outlets and the proper tools to express themselves or to work through these energies. They were still learning how to do all of this, and that made things really really uncomfortable and really chaotic. Got the Page of Swords coming out. Thirst for knowledge. There's a lot that they needed to learn. I feel like this person was a lot of what this card says. This speaks of a quick wit, curious, a lifelong learner, I'm feeling. The energy of guardedness comes up again. Somebody who's very guarded. Somebody who had a lot of ideas. And Interestingly enough, like fairness, equality, justice, loyalty, these things were very important to them. Justice coming up next. Inverted as well though. So this is like victimization, shame, blame, imbalances, karmic avoidance. All right, so I feel like they blamed you for a lot of things. They looked at you. There was a lot of projection, I guess is what I want to say here. And there was a lot of, I feel like they've been running from their own karma. They'd been running from their own lessons for a really long time, which is interesting for someone who loves to learn, right? But learning and knowledge takes on a whole different feel when we're working with our own internal shadow, right? And it's possible that this person had been through a lot of victimization. And this person could be you. So take this however it resonates. This may not be the other person. This may be you in this situation as well. They had a lot of, they've been through a lot, right? There's a lot to be angry about. There's a lot of unfairness and possibly a lot of victimization. And they may have still been in that victim mind state in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, they were projecting a lot of their feelings onto you. All right, tell me about, that's all the past, right? So tell me about the current. When this person comes back in, tell me about the current energy here. I want to know about the current energy. All right, so we have death, external change, endings, beginnings, new start, temperance, perfecting balance, union of opposites, harmony, tranquility, alchemy, balance, peace, and the Ace of Swords, awareness and insight, epiphany, clarity, truth. All right, so I feel like there's a real clearing of the air here that's possible. Definitely a reconciliation if that's something that you're looking for, whether this is a friendship or like a lover, a partner. There is a great opportunity here for a new start, for a new beginning. And this could be like a new, reconciliation in terms of becoming friends again or getting back into a relationship, a partnership. Or it could simply mean like just a reconnection and a respect and a mutual respect and love for each other. Like if this was a romantic thing, it could turn into a friendship. That ultimately may or may not turn into something more. There's a lot of possibility here that this can be a healthy connection, in whatever way you guys want to move this forward. Yeah, Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, but I'm looking at the plot twist energy there especially. And the Knight of Swords sees the day. Yeah, I feel like you might be at an impasse with this energy where you're not quite sure, because under that we have no action or movement. So you may be at an impasse with this energy as far as like what you want to do with it, where you want to take this. But I feel like if you do reconnect and you establish any type of symbiotic connection with each other, that energy will naturally lead you wherever it is that it's supposed to go. All right. I don't think we're meant to know more than that for this reading right now. Clear. So I had a feeling there was one more, was something more that wanted to come out there, and I think that's what it is. So we're going to call that for right now. I am going to be doing just more general readings on this channel, just quick little readings, checking into energies for people. And so this may come up, or any of these things may come up again in future readings. Also, if you're feeling called to get a personal reading, if some aspect of this reading really resonated with you and you want more information, or you want to get a more in-depth look for you individually, reach out to me. My email's in the description box below. I also offer personal astrology chart readings. I offer all different types of energy healings and clearings, belief work sessions, all kinds of different stuff. And my website is linked down below, as well as a description of some of my services. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you feel so called to do so. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, drop a comment down below and let me know. Share it with anyone else that you feel may resonate, and all the things. If you feel called to donate, there are links below to do that, as well as a thanks button now on this video. So feel free, and however the wind blows you, however you feel guided. All right, you guys, you're amazing. You're beautiful. It's going to be quite a year for you. So hang in there and know that everything is moving you this year towards your higher path and purpose, towards your destiny. It may be rocky at times, but ultimately it's going to be, I think, a really beautiful and transformative year for you, Cancer. Bye.